trending today is good news for fans of Nollywood actor Mr. John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu. Mr. Ibu has been discharged from hospital after undergoing surgery that got his leg amputated. It was a difficult time for the Nollywood actor. You know, it was someone who had brought fun and good memory to lovers of Nollywood. And throughout last year, it was difficult for them because he had to undergo a surgery because of his health, and it was really a back and forth within the family. There was a time that the adopted daughter Jasmine got arrested, the son also, because of the fund that was contributed from Mr. Ibu's health. You know, the wife also came out at one point calling out Jasmine that Jasmine has taken possession of everything belonging to Mr. Ibu, including his bank account, social media handles, that she doesn't get to know about what is happening about Mr. Ibu's finances. But guys, when you can try to look at this thing, it's actually wrong. No, yes, at one point, that's at last 2023, Jasmine talked about being the manager of Mr. Ibu after he once fell sick, because at first when the whole sickness issue started, Mr. Ibu came to the public saying that he was poisoned and was away from the treatment seat for some time before he finally came back, and you know, he was doing skits with Jasmine. At some point people were like, okay, yeah, it's good to have Mr. Ibu back on track, and all of a sudden he fell sick again. And thankfully to God, Nollywood actor Ken Henrik recently paid Mr. Ibu a visit at his home, and according to the video he posted and with caption he wrote on Instagram, he had a good time with Mr. Ibu because he was smiling in the video, expressing excitement, and he said this is just to brighten up his fans. So away from that, move on to the news of controversial Nollywood actor Yul Edochie got to social media agog when he said that he's opening an online ministry. Okay, so this is very, very funny to some people online, because you're like, well, at first he said he was going to make an announcement on Tuesday, and everybody was glued to his page like, what is Mr. Yul, or Nollywood actor Yul Edochie, is going to tell his fans? So when it was 2 p.m, you know, he came online and said the announcement has been postponed to 4 p.m, and by 4 p.m everybody was anticipating what is Yul going to come up with, what is he going to tell his fans. And Yul Edochie, boom, he told his fans that he has answered the call of God and he will be having an online ministry. And people were talking, you know, even his aunt recently went to Instagram to share him saying that Mommy Gio and Daddy Gio loading. And you know, Nollywood actor also Sarah Martins also went about talking all manner of things, saying that women that are, or females that were going to the church, should be very careful when they attend the church. Guys, what do you think about you starting his own ministry? You know, you can't really fault a man, especially when it has to do with God. You said he has answered the call of God, so you can't criticize or bash him because he said he wants to go into an online ministry. So he has his choice, and if God has spoken to him, good. So we wish Yul Edochie all the best in this new endeavor. Okay, away from that, move on to the news of former BBNaija star Tacha. Tacha, in a recent interview with her colleague Fina, advised ladies that ladies should not be faithful in their relationship, because you never collect ring and you are being faithful. There is of no need being faithful when you have not collected the ring from the man. And the social media was agog. According to her, there is no old binding boyfriend and girlfriend. It's only at the point of saying yes I do, and you take the marriage vows for better for worse, that one can be faithful to their spouse. And social media was agog that if you cannot be faithful when you are dating or courting, you can never be faithful even in the marriage, because it's the same thing you are going to carry up to the marriage. So you know, people started talking and brushing out that hard time that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have to ban podcasts, because podcast is becoming a toxic thing in the country right now. So one of Nollywood actor and skit maker Tomama also called out Tacha, saying that a lady should not be faithful in a relationship because she has not secured the ring. Will you allow your son or your brother to give a ring to someone who is not faithful? That question is somehow. No man will want to give a lady that is not faithful a ring, or will take the lady to the parents that, you know, I want to marry this person, and tomorrow they are seeing the lady with another person. I'm sure Tacha would not want to respond to that. Also, Nollywood actress Sarah Martins came out to bash Tacha. In her Instagram post, she said that for someone who is not faithful in relationship, that you can never be faithful in marriage. To talk about that, there's numerous disadvantages of not being faithful. Number one, HIV, of course, disease that I'm sure you don't want to even contact. She also went to as far as saying that Tacha is someone that young folks look up to, that giving such advice to them makes no sense. That if Tacha is doing Olosho, that Tacha should just do a Olosho in peace and stop misleading your people. So away from the news of Tacha, okay, let's see your comment on what you think about Tacha's advice to ladies. The statement was actually very controversial, and people had their friends and people also condemned Tacha. Let's get to see your reaction on Tacha's advice to young ladies. Away from that is another BBNaija star, Venita, who was once married and a single mother now, had 2 children. Came out to advise young people that they shouldn't rush into marriage, that they should take their time to enjoy their life. No, so she said for any child or for someone who is close to her, that she would advise the person to get married at the age of 28. In your 20s, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, that you can, flex your life, enjoy yourself, and get to do all manner of things that you want to, because immediately you're into the marriage, that you don't have all the freedom, you don't need to, you will probably be restricted from enjoying yourself. But guys, that is not actually true. Of course, people who are married are not in bondage. So that's how much you can take on today's episode of Trending. Many thanks for watching.